Well, here we go for yet another one. Eventually, I try to come up with something interesting, but that's all I got. So, my mom was watching the movie The Omen. Now, I've seen clips of it, and I've seen enough of it to know the general story of it. Basically, Damien is, the spawn of Satan, born of a jackal, and, and basically he's being groomed to be, to bring evil forth upon this world. And, you have all these people who go mask off. And they say, it's all for you, Damien. It's all for you, Satan. And, they groom him to become this until eventually the crappy third movie, which I didn't see, where, Sam Neill, kind of ironically, I think, does like Reiki and all that. So it's kind of pretty much Satanism. But anyway, he's accepted his role, this and that. And he's eventually killed by being stabbed by these knives from Megiddo. I think, but that's a basic outline of it, Here's the real skinny, though. There are plenty of folks, I think, nowadays through this stuff, through the coronavirus stuff. You're seeing in a certain way a level of mask off. Kind of ironic in a certain way, maybe poetic in a ironic in a certain way, but you see people going mask off who have shown their disdain for people. Feel as you want to about MAGA peds, feel as you want to about conservatives in general, but the thing is, though, you have to worry about where these mandates are going. You do. And I say that even though I got my 2 shots because I'm a pitiful coward. You have to wonder about where this is going. Now, like I say, I'm not a Protestant, and I don't believe that it's simply the end of the world and, we're all going to be raptured. That's nonsense. The Bible does not talk about that. What I will say, though, is at times like these and other times, reveal the truth of people. In the presence of Damien, people ran away. They tried to, the animals knew. They were screeching and squawking, and they didn't want to be near this child because even they knew. But the ones who are truly evil, the truly evil people of this world, helped him along, and they showed their loyalty. Now, I don't think it's simple as Satanism, because to me, a lot of that is LARP, Anton LaVey, feel as you want to about him, but people have tried to change the image of Satanism, this and that, Now, most of those people are cringe, but the thing is, though, it's oversimplified to just be like, well, Satanist. No, but there are genuine people who simply have given whatever left of their souls to the system. Like I say, I'm not going to get too heavy on the truther stuff, but there's a lot of Satanistic elements there. I think it's telling too. I'll put it this way, with the Omen as well, the second one in particular, where he goes to military school, and he's like, Damien, you've been set for a purpose and all that sort of thing, and he is there. And of course, you think about that colonel with the bushy eyebrows. I can't think of his name, and I don't care. Open Satanist and everything else like that, deeply part of the system. A lot of truthers have talked about this person. I can't think of his name, and I don't care, but I'll repeat that. I just want to make sure. But you have to think about the way these things go. And you have to be aware that, these changes are coming about, and you can go ahead and, be more of a Mormon about it and a Protestant, and simply give in and say, oh, this is a curse on America, and, original sin. It's very Protestant. And I'll admit, whether, even if you're an Orthodox Christian in the United States, if you are of the American system, as I am, as many Americans are, it's an inclination, because we have been groomed. We have been manipulated to believe these sorts of end of the world type of things. This is why there's all this sort of doomsday sort of stuff about China, because we've had that Protestant sort of mindset. We've been conditioned. That's the word I'm thinking. We've been conditioned to think this way. And it is Protestantism, and it is ultimately, evangelicalism and everything else. It's unfortunate. It is. You can go ahead and, go on about Catholics and, do your things about, well, if the Catholics weren't such pedos, and say what you will, or talk about Orthodox Christianity or Islam or whichever. Go ahead. Or Buddhism. I know people, the atheists, of course, used to praise Buddhism, but now, of course, Buddhism bad because of Rohingya. But anyway, I'm going schizo here. Let's get back in the right lane here, which is, be aware that people around you are not your friends. They have given their soul away long ago. So when this system continues to fall apart, they have given whatever loyalty they have left to that system. They have given unto themselves. They have given whatever is left of themselves to this system. It's why they want war with China. It's why they want everyone to get vaccinated and everything else. Why they live in the past. They've given their lives to the idea of America. I don't give my life over to things like that. You should give your life to God and to the Lord Jesus Christ. I'm going to be religious. I know. Oof. I know people are going to be like, ooh, Uncle Thomas, I was with you until you said, give your life over to God and to Jesus Christ. But I do feel that. Whether it's me making the sign of the cross, or whether it's just getting down on my broken down knees and saying a prayer. I'll admit I haven't been a heavy Bible reader. And maybe I have some other means that are a bit more cringe, but I hope that in time I can see my faith for what it truly, or I can focus my faith in the right way. And not being a zealot, but also not being too passive. Maybe I'm getting real cringe. I'm sorry. I'm getting real cringe here. I feel like I feel kind of my skin crawl a little bit when I talk this way, because I kind of sound like a preacher. But it's like, just be mindful. Be mindful of the people around you. Be mindful of these continued things that happen in this realm, if you will, in the carnal world, if you will. And realize that this is just temporary. And there's something more. And it's your soul. There are times I've fallen for it. Absolutely. I've fallen to the temptations of this world. Not as badly as others, but I have. The idea of making more money and thinking if I could only, envy and all this. But you You have to come to the point where you simply eschew yourself from that and realize that you're on a different path. I almost wanted to say predestination, but I understand that that's more of a Calvinist sort of thing. So I understand that. I'm trying to avoid that, but just be aware of it. I take no pleasure in Halloween. I take no excitement in that time. As you get older, you realize that these things mean little. It's the everyday issues. Focusing on that one day of the year to try to make things special means little. You build yourself up to something and then it doesn't come out the way you want it to. Anywho, I'm getting a little bit too preachy, and I try not to be, but I felt that this was important to say and giving my thoughts on it. So I'm going to end with this just to make sure that it becomes nice and awkward. But I would say to you, listener of this video, whomever you may be, go forth in the world. Peace be with you. And be weary. Be weary of the world. Be wary. I think I said weary. Apologies. But yeah, be wary of this temporary thing that exists right now. We'll get caught up in it. Absolutely. But it's temporary. And not even getting into what, heck with what I'm, let's just end it here. Peace be unto you, and God bless.